Howdy, howdy. We are hopefully on our last day of doing peas. It'd be a pretty solid day. I think Dad would, honestly, not that bad. Dad would need to be able to do 250 acres in the cedar, which is very doable because I think he got about 45 done last night, and he's probably already done another 15 or 20 since we got filled. So we're on kind of our most remote land here. As you can see, there's a couple oil wells. So we've got, let's see if I can get Dad in the picture. Where is he? Over there? Cannot zoom in or out. Oh, well, that sucks. You can see Dad is about a little over, we'll call it 3/8 of a mile away, doing a low spot. Quite intrigued to see what that's going to do this year, especially with the climate field view going. That was kind of where he is right now, is a really low saline spot, and we had several years where it was so wet we weren't able to really have anything productive on that, and we put some barley on, and so the kochia really came in. We put some barley on it last year, and it seemed to actually grow a little bit of a crop. Like, it might have only done 20 bushel an acre, but that's better than nothing, and it's kind of absorbing some of the salt. So we put some different chemical down that's supposed to help with the kochia suppression. So hopefully that goes well. I am tilt to you this morning. So once we're done this, which, with any luck will be early afternoon, we got to remove about 1.5 miles that way, or probably that way. So, and there's another 100, so this one's about 100, I want to say it's 150 or 147 acres. And the other one down there is like 150 on the screws, I think. It might actually be a little more because I disked under a couple of big sloughs. So, also disked under a slough over there and a slough over there. So, quite hopeful that we're going to recover some acres this year. Oh, that's hot. Still. It's one thing with these Yeti cups. They work really good. But, like, if I want coffee in like 15 minutes, I may as well water it down because it's just too damn hot. Just thought I would show you what we're up to today. We're hopefully finishing off the peas. Moving over to durum, which is wheat that's used for pasta. Here's kind of our recipe. We don't run semis yet. I just got my class 1 like 6 months ago, and we're just not set up for it with the cedar yet either, so we still have grain trucks. Over there, that's our oldest grain truck that we have. So we usually run fertilizer in it. That has, what kind of fertilizer? We call it a pulse blend. I think it's 9-29-15-7. So on your NPKS is the order you do it. Nitrogen, it's, what did I say, 7%? P is potassium, not potash. Potassium is 29% by weight. What's K? Potash, or I said that wrong. NPKS, nitrogen, phos, potash, sulfur. In this truck, this tandem, we have our fertilizer blend. Doesn't take much to do peas. Peas pulls a lot of stuff a lot of nitrogen out of the air. But we put a little bit of fertilizer down just to round out the soil health and make sure that everything's available that it needs. The fertilizer blend in here, we call it our pulse blend. It's what is it, 929-15-7, I think. Let's double, whatever. It's about that, which means those are percentages. So 9% is 9% per by weight is nitrogen. So if we're putting 60 pounds down, I think we're putting a little more, but for easy math, if we're putting 60 pounds of fertilizer blend down per acre, that means 5.4 pounds of nitrogen is going on per acre. For 29, we'll round that up to 30 just for easy math. That means 18 pounds of phos, and you can do the math on the rest. Peas don't need a lot. They pull it from the air. We've also put a little bit of starter on here. This is the peas. These are AAC carvers. They're going to be, well, they're already going in the ground. We've put some starter fertilizer on it. I'm actually not 100% sure what the breakdown is. I remember reading it and I'm drawing a blank. I was trying to think of it last night. I've got it somewhere at home, but it's just enough to help it pop out so that there's some nutrients right near the seed. As soon as that thing splits and the roots start feathering out, it's gonna hit something to help it grow. And this is our inoculant. If anybody's seen inoculant, there's several different kinds and many different brands. This is a rhizobium inoculant, and hence the name Rhizo by Ag. I don't know if it's Agtiv or Agtiv. We've switched to it this year. We used Tag Team LCO for, well, many years before this. And I think my dad and Jim tried Celtec. They didn't like it that much just because of, I think they had problems with it flowing in the tank. So far, I really like this stuff. But time will tell. I like handling it right now. It seems to not attract as much moisture in the tank and get clumpy. Like if right now, if it's not super wet, like if it wasn't raining, I'd be probably okay with leaving it in the tank overnight. We don't like to do that because we've had a history of coming out the next morning and it's got a crust on it and it kind of bridges off. But it flows really nice. It looks like coffee grounds. So I know there's some that's like a peat base and some that's whatever. But this is essentially bacteria that we're putting down, that the peas, that they convert nutrients into what the peas like to eat. I'm really generalizing that. It's a granular, like I said, it looks like coffee grounds. It flows really nice so far. I really like the plastic bags, even though I'm a guy that kind of wants to reduce the plastic. This is one, like we had the paper bags, they're always a prick to cut, and you're always terrified if there's a little spritz of rain that it's gonna just destroy the bag. So this is like cat litter bags. I'm quite happy with that. This stuff goes on at about 3.3 pounds an acre. Like I said, this stuff at about 60 to 65 pounds an acre. And that stuff, we're putting it at just over 3 bushel an acre, which is 180 pounds, 108, well, 3 bushel is what it is 180 pounds an acre, but we're putting it a little heavy. I want to say we're putting it on at about 195 pounds an acre. Something I've been trying to do for the last week is move, well, it's not critical. Wanted to move 2 of those over there out of the way. We're going to need one on there. I'm probably going to put one here and one there on the outsides. It's just because of the way they're narrow that we tend to put them a little goofy. I would love that they'd fit this way. They're easier to strap in, but that's the reality of the situation at the moment. The other option in the future, depending on what kind of tank setup we have, is that we'll be able to put them on from the back and it'll be fine. Whatever. We'll get to that another day. But I'm going to put one for me, one for Dad. We keep our chemicals separate so we can track it. So I got to move that. That auger is our treating auger. So we use it all seeding, except for right now, where I'm going to grab the other auger, which I think is down around the corner of the bins. I don't see it. I can see the very bottom of the flighting sticking out there. So this is an old auger. It's pretty worn out, but we keep that guy for treatment only so that we don't end up with contaminated grain. We'll rinse it out at the end of the year and we'll use it for other stuff, but we're on the verge of switching from peas to durum. So I'm going to get this auger out of the way, and our last truckload is going to be, it's not even a full truckload, it'll probably only be half one. It's going to be straight peas, no treatment, so that if we end up with extra, we can just dump it back into the grain truck and dump it down into one of the far bins there that's still got peas in it. So I need to clean some stuff out to make sure we don't contaminate peas, because they will, like if you have seed treatment on it, they will reject it at the elevator. They have zero tolerance for that. So we're gonna switch over augers. I gotta take that tractor, I gotta get hooked onto the, I might not do that yet. I'll probably bring the stone picker out around, but I'm gonna have to get hooked onto the auger, the other auger too. But then again, that other auger might be good enough just to move that. I gotta find a new hopper. Yeah, I'm kind of walking in circles because I'm not 100% sure where I want to start. I've got Uncle Jim over there, about a mile away. He's rolling peas. What do you guys want? Go away, noisy buggers. Hoping to get into that on the weekend. As I was saying, this guy's gonna have to get filled with fertilizer later today when we switch to durum. So when we're in durum, we're gonna have 2 grain trucks. The 2 older ones are both gonna have fertilizer, and then the new one's gonna have wheat. Whew, yeah, we got a lot on the go. Yeah, just trying to figure out my best plan of attack right here, because I'm gonna have to switch a bunch of stuff over there. I'm gonna have to move that. Yeah, just don't worry about me thinking out loud. And yeah, it's supposed to be windy as hell today, windy from the north. But then tomorrow, it's supposed to be wind from the south, and it's going to be like gorgeous, like 25 Celsius. Looking forward to that. Not that anybody's asked, but I thought I would show the difference. This is durum wheat. This is red spring wheat, hard red. So this over here, we call it quad for short, CWAD, Canada West Amber Durum. You can see based on the color. And this is CWRS, Canada West Red Spring wheat. Oh, I said that right. Anyhow, Spitfire, Brandon, those are the varieties we run. You can see the difference in seed size is that the durum is a significant, it's probably about 50% larger by weight if you did per kernel. And this stuff is used primarily in, oh, what the hell is that name? Semolina, I think is what it's called. And like high specialty flours for pasta, versus this is just milling wheat, mainly for bread, that kind of stuff. So that's the difference between those two. And Dad just got folded up. We're gonna unload some peas out of the cart into that grain truck. And that's it for peas this year. This is right, I think we're just shy of 1,000 acres we put in. And now we're off to Durham. We'll get moved in the morning. We'll have to rejig some rollers, do some new calibrations, change the shooting, and move trucks and whatnot. So I won't get going till mid-morning tomorrow by the time everything's moved and set up. But yeah, good day, real good day today.